21 of Monday Night. Oh, ho, 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 what a way to kick off episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. Solo is here.
Making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
Of course, we do know that Solo Sikoa got drafted from AEW to Monday Night Raw, and Solo Sikoa starting off the show in style. Of course, we normally start off with the 24/7 championship on the line. We have received word that Solo Sikoa did not want to fight for the 24/7 title. He just wants to put Wesley down. Of course, we do know the history between Solo Sikoa and Wesley in AEW. Both men got drafted to the main roster. Of course, Wesley, a SmackDown superstar, visiting Monday Night Raw for the first time ever. As here's the champion.
His opponent from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, the 24/7 champion, Wesley!
So this is the first time ever that the 24/7 title rule has been suspended. Solo said it's personal between him and Wesley. He does not want the 24/7 championship. He just wants to put Wesley down for good. Of course, Wesley won that 24/7 championship this past week on SmackDown, beating one of the longest reigning champions in the title's history, Scorpio Sky. And Wesley not defending the title here tonight, instead visiting Monday Night Raw to take care of a personal score between himself and Solo Sikoa. Here is the story of this match. At AEW All Out, before AEW's cancellation, Solo Sikoa and Wesley were supposed to meet for the International Championship. Solo never got that opportunity at the belt, and Solo wants to beat down Wesley. This is also Solo's Monday Night Raw debut, and Solo having a very good showing in the early going of this matchup between himself and Wesley. And Solo, vicious clothesline. Solo probably believing that he is better than the 24/7 title. And this will be a huge win for Solo in his Raw debut. Of course, his cousin, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, is a part of the Monday Night Raw roster. He's got to be watching this match very closely. Solo actually doing very good. Wesley able to avoid it. Solo went for a tackle, and now it could be Wesley's turn. Here comes the 24/7 champ. Boot! Wesley also a two-time AEW International Champion. Nice little show of athleticism there by Wesley. And now bringing Solo over the top rope. This is a personal score to settle. What a way to kick off Monday Night Raw. And of course our main event, Trios Tornado Tag Team match. Bryan Danielson teaming up with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and The Miz. But now Solo Sikoa trying to bring Wesley back inside the ring. Of course, 24/7 title not on the line in this match. Solo, though, on the top. He's got Wes in his sights. This isn't going to be good. Wes able to avoid it. And a suplex on the floor. Of course, Merry Christmas one and all. Of course, this is the final Monday Night Raw before Extreme Rules, our next Universe Mode pay-per-view. As now these two men finally back inside the ring, and Solo once again, Samoan drop. Cover to get the win over the 24/7 champion. Kick out. First time ever since the 24/7 title's introduction that the title is not on the line. And Solo feeling like the end could very well be near. Wesley, though, with nice strikes here. And, oh, nice punch. Solo still on his feet. Wesley knows this could be his moment. Oh, elbow. And looking to dial it up. 619 around the ring post. Connecting on Solo. And Wesley, this is how he beat Scorpio Sky on SmackDown. Oh, with the senton. Is this enough for the win on Monday Night Raw? Wesley has done it. And Wesley celebrating the win. Look at this. Solo Sikoa trying to beat the out of Wesley. Wesley, though, with a barrage of strikes, bringing Solo over the top rope. And Wesley celebrating. Solo Sikoa tried that post-match attack. It did not end up working. Wesley visiting Monday Night Raw, getting a victory in this non-title match against Solo Sikoa. Wesley is undefeated on the main roster. Solo Sikoa losing his Monday Night Raw debut. And I don't think Solo is very happy about it, and I don't think the Tribal Chief is very happy about that performance either. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a long night of action ahead of us as we, coming up next, Braun Strowman, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, goes one-on-one with one half of his and Brody Lee's challengers at Extreme Rules for the tag team titles. Johnny Gargano representing DIY. Of course, Tommaso Ciampa of DIY got a victory over Brody Lee when they went one-on-one. Will Johnny Gargano get the victory over the monsters of all monsters in this David versus Goliath matchup? And it's happening next on episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. Well, here we go. We are back here on Monday Night Raw as here come the Raw Tag Team Champions, the longest reigning Raw Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. The Wyatt family, you see there, the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. And Brody Lee and Braun Strowman looking to continue to reign as Raw Tag Team Champions for as long as humanly possible. Of course, the Lantern paying tribute to Bray Wyatt.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Brody Lee from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds. One half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, Braun Strowman.
Of course, this week marks 10 weeks that Brody Lee and Braun Strowman have held those Raw Tag Team titles. They won the belts on episode 11 of Monday Night Raw. They have been reigning as champions ever since, beating the likes of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the Hardy Boys, the Wyatt family. Dominating work as tag team champions. They go one-on-one against DIY at Extreme Rules this week. But Braun Strowman looking to gain momentum against Johnny Gargano of DIY. As Braun Strowman here in the ring, there's Goliath. Here comes David. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa walking to the ring with purpose.
Accompanied by Tommaso Ciampa, representing DIY from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano.
It was 2 weeks ago on Raw that Tommaso Ciampa got an upset victory against Braun Strowman's partner Brody Lee one-on-one. Now it's Johnny Gargano's turn to see if he could beat Braun Strowman. Johnny Gargano has made a career in defying odds. This is David versus Goliath IRL. Will Johnny Gargano get the job done? So here we go. Braun Strowman, Johnny Gargano one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. You hear the get these hands chants as Gargano was trying to get some offense early. Braun Strowman saying no to that. Strowman now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and look at Gargano, the courage of this man. But once again, Braun Strowman just toying with the rebel heart. Oh, wait a minute. Tornado DDT. Strowman's down. And this is what Johnny Gargano has made a career out of during his time in NXT. Oh, and a knee right to the face, and the monster's down. You got to think Strowman probably spent the last 2 weeks underestimating Johnny Gargano, underestimating Johnny Wrestling. But Johnny Gargano, look at this man go against one half of the tag champs. Oh, but Strowman trying to get back in this match. Gargano again with the knee. And Strowman once again getting knocked down. Gargano with a huge showing in the opening stages. You got to think Brody Lee showing signs of concern. Oh, right on the floor. And of course Gargano. Oh, knee right across the chest. And you got to think for the past few months, DIY weren't getting that much focus. They were not getting any screen time, never really in any matches. And now at Extreme Rules, DIY have a Raw Tag Team title opportunity. They know the pressure is on, especially on the case of Gargano here tonight, to earn himself in Ciampa momentum. Oh! Strowman like a Mack truck with a huge clothesline to Gargano, and now both men back inside the ring. And look at Strowman. Oh! Gargano tried to go for a drop kick, and Braun Strowman trying to use his size, but Gargano again. Gargano utilizing his quickness in this matchup ever since the opening bell. And Gargano now. Takedown. Into the drop kick. Great move there by Gargano for the upset win over Strowman and a kick out at 1. Braun Strowman needs to find an opening if he wants to win this matchup here tonight. Gargano with the Gargano escape. Gargano escape. Will Strowman tap to the Gargano escape? Look at Brody Lee. Look at the look of shock on his face, telling Strowman to get out of it. Oh, and and Strowman does. And now it's Braun Strowman's turn. Oh, gonna make Johnny pay. Strowman yelling for the fans in attendance. Oh, look at this. Now this is the Braun Strowman we know and love. And now clawing on the shoulder of one half of Braun Strowman's challengers at Extreme Rules. Strowman now into the cutter. Now Gargano's motionless. And Braun Strowman gonna go for the win. Looking for the running power slam. Gargano, no. Into the reverse neck breaker. What a matchup here on Monday Night Raw between Johnny Gargano and Braun Strowman. First time ever. And Gargano once again. Into the Gargano escape. No, the ropes forcing the break. Of course, Strowman's long legs. Like we said, this is David versus Goliath. But Gargano gonna relive that old tale. Oh! Right into the turnbuckle. And now Johnny Gargano for the third time in the match. A Gargano escape. Gargano escape is in. Strowman taps out. Strowman tapped. Johnny Gargano has beaten Braun Strowman on Monday Night Raw. If Gargano does that at Extreme Rules, we will have new Raw Tag Team Champions. The record reign will be over if Gargano does this at Extreme Rules. DIY walking in with tidal waves of momentum heading into the Raw Tag Team title match at Extreme Rules. Can we be looking at our next Raw Tag Team Champions as the Wyatt family will go against DIY for the Raw Tag Team titles? Well, what a matchup between Braun Strowman and Johnny Gargano. In the match that was David versus Goliath, David had prevailed. Now we get triple threat women's action as the three challengers for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules will be in action. Who will gain momentum leading into Extreme Rules as Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, and Rhea Ripley collide in a triple threat match. All three women, of course, former Raw Women's Champions in their own right. Can one of them be a two-time champion at Extreme Rules? But before that, we're going to get all three challengers in action next on Monday Night Raw. Well, here we go. Triple threat action, and it's happening right now. As here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
The following is a triple threat match. Making her way to the ring from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Of course, Charlotte Flair, a former two-time Raw Women's Champion. At Extreme Rules, she's looking to win her record third Raw Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair, of course, the daughter of legendary Hall of Famer Ric Flair. Charlotte Flair is the woman that Becky Lynch beat to win the Raw Women's Championship. Of course, Becky Lynch not here tonight. She is recuperating from her match against Saraya last week on Monday Night Raw. Becky Lynch also preparing to defend the Raw Women's Championship in the Fatal 4-Way match at Extreme Rules. Charlotte Flair wants to walk in with momentum before possibly becoming a three-time champion. So Charlotte Flair in the ring, one of our three women in action. As here comes the generational Jade Cargill making her way to the ring.
First from New York, Jade Cargill.
Of course, Jade Cargill, of another former women's champion in her own right, former Raw Women's Champion. She won the championship in a triple threat match between Charlotte Flair and a woman who tried cashing in her Money in the Bank contract during the match, Hikaru Shida of Friday Night SmackDown. Jade Cargill only held the championship for a week before losing it back to Charlotte Flair in a rematch. Jade Cargill would love to be a two-time champion and get a proper title reign. And speaking of a woman with a short Raw Women's title reign, here comes the Judgment Day's mommy, Rhea Ripley. And for Rhea, her title reign was a little bit tragic. if I got anything to say about it. And Rhea has not forgotten.
Representing the Judgment Day from Adelaide, Australia, Rhea Ripley.
Speaking of the Judgment Day, the newest member of the Judgment Day, J.D. McDonough, will be in action one-on-one against Dominic Mysterio later on tonight. But Rhea Ripley, of course, only had a 5-day run with the Raw Women's Championship before losing it to Charlotte Flair in her first ever reign. Rhea Ripley saying that she's far too dominant to have that short of a title reign. Ever since Rhea Ripley has been plotting her revenge, she could get it at Extreme Rules in that fatal 4-way match. But before that, the 3 challengers go in action. Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. Who will gain momentum before Extreme Rules? We find out right now. Oh, look at this. Well, wait a minute. Jade taking out Rhea Ripley. And now Charlotte. Oh, massive suplex and a big boot. Fast-paced start to this women's triple threat match here on Raw. Oh, and Jade went for a clothesline. Rhea Ripley says no. And Rhea Ripley, oh! Shot right to the gut there by Charlotte Flair. Now a submission hold. And Jade quickly putting a stop to that. These 3 women hell-bent on becoming champion again. All 3 have been champion at some point in their Universe Mode careers. Of course, Charlotte has held it twice. Rhea Ripley with the shortest reign. Jade Cargill, also a short reign, but has held it a little bit longer than Rhea. And now Jade Cargill with a nice fall-away slam. And, oh, shot right to the leg there by Charlotte. And Rhea Ripley going to take Flair down. Jade Cargill exiting the ring. Rhea posing for the crowd, but Charlotte from behind. You should never turn your back on the Queen. As Charlotte Flair going to bring Rhea Ripley over to the ropes. Going to trap the arm now. Oh, wait a minute. Jade Cargill with a kendo stick. Smacking Charlotte. And now Rhea is trying to take advantage, but Jade Cargill very focused. You could see it in her eyes, and a clothesline to mommy. Cover for the victory in the triple threat. Kick out by Rhea at 1. He saw the impulse of Charlotte Flair to immediately get inside the ring. Remember, the first woman who gains pinfall or submission at Extreme Rules will walk out with the Raw Women's title. Rhea took down Charlotte, and now Jade with a bear hug, and Charlotte quickly putting an end to that. You gotta have eyes in the back of your head. And now Charlotte with the kendo right to Jade. Charlotte Flair beating the hell, breaking the kendo over her back. Jade Cargill with a clothesline. And now, going after the bad back of Jade Cargill. Now Charlotte with a neck breaker. And a shoulder tackle by Jade. Kip up. Oh, but Jade saying, okay, you want to go again. Oh, nice power slam there. And now Rhea Ripley. Oh, with a knee right to the knee. Oh, Charlotte went for the chop block. Rhea, though, with a suplex. And now a takedown. And you got to think the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch is watching this closely. Rhea, cover. Almost got the win. Taking advantage of the fact that Charlotte was on the apron. And now Rhea once again reveling in the spotlight. Now Charlotte going after Jade. And Charlotte went for a cover. Rhea Ripley quickly breaking it up. And now look at these two with a face-off. It's been a while since these two went in action, and a nice boot again. And a suplex. Now Jade Cargill. Ooh, nice elbow. Charlotte Flair went for the chop block. Jade saw it coming. Jade did her homework. Of course, Jade has been in the Performance Center a lot, wanting to train, wanting to prepare for this opportunity. And another Samoan drop. Oh, and now Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair on Rhea Ripley. Look at Jade utilizing the Flair chops. Nice little alliance there between Jade and Charlotte Flair, taking out Rhea Ripley, the bigger threat. Oh, wait a minute now, Jade. Oh, throwing over Flair with a suplex. Rhea doesn't realize, now she does. Jade was going for the cover. And now Rhea Ripley. Oh, with a nice slam there. And now Rhea going to utilize her dominance here on Monday Night Raw. Uh-oh. Mommy. Oh, with a knee right to the face. That's Jade Cargill's move. Oh, and Charlotte wasn't doing a thing about it. Rhea almost got the win. That was a devastating knee. Now Charlotte taking Rhea down. And of course, Charlotte's husband is SmackDown Live's Andrade El Idolo, who also has a match at Extreme Rules against Malachi Black. And Jade Cargill now. Oh, taking Charlotte down. Rhea with a clothesline from behind. Of course, we also have a lot of interesting women on Raw. Oh, wait a minute. Rhea, Riptide to Flair. Riptide connects. Jade is down. Cover. Hook of the leg. Oh, and Charlotte kicks out. Women like Chris Statlander, Bayley, Bianca Belair have been drafted to Monday Night Raw. Oh, and now Rhea Ripley with huge stomps on Flair. Oh, and Jade tried to use the baseball bat. Rhea Ripley now. Rhea has been so dominant in this matchup. Can we be looking at our next women's champion? Jade now with another power slam. Flair now with a clothesline. Did you see the way she flipped back? Cover on Jade for the win on Monday Night Raw. No. Oh, look at Flair. Frustrated that she didn't get the win from that. And now Charlotte Flair. Oh no. Again Rhea with a clothesline. Flair now out of the ring. Rhea Ripley with a suplex. And now grabbing that baseball bat yet again and beating the absolute hell, going after the bad back. Jade now with the spinning last ride. Absolute insanity there. Oh, Flair. Flair. Natural selection. Connects. Cover. Rhea's down. Jade is down for the win. No. What a women's match on Monday Night Raw. Rhea now. And now yelling at Jade. All three of these women wanting the victory. This is why all three of these women are getting the Raw Women's title opportunity and not just one of them. Oh, went for the boot right to the back and Jade saw it coming. Oh. Look at the power of Jade Cargill. One arm. Oh, and Charlotte's back landed right on the baseball bat. Rhea now with Jade on the ropes. Oh no. Oh, God. Abusing Jade with the bat. And now Charlotte Flair firing on all cylinders of the backbreaker. And now Charlotte noticing Rhea's in the drop zone. Charlotte wanting Rhea to get back to her feet. Crossbody for the win on Raw in this triple threat kick out again. And every failed pinfall, Charlotte Flair gets more and more angry. Jade. Oh, powerbomb. Narrowly missing the chair. And now it's Jade now. Throwing Rhea. Now going after Flair. Jade Cargill with another power slam. Rhea Ripley. Full Nelson slam. And Rhea Oh, was probably going to go for the leg submission. Jade now, knowing better. Jade Cargill. Oh, went to hit one of her own. Charlotte saw it coming, says no. Oh, nice athletic move there by Flair. Cover again for the win, and Rhea was right there to break it up. Oh no, electric chair. This is what won her the Raw Women's Championship. That electric chair takedown, cover by Rhea. Rhea Ripley with the win. What a matchup between three of the top women's talents on Monday Night Raw. And Becky Lynch has got to watch out, especially for Rhea Ripley. Rhea with the electric chair takedown on Charlotte Flair. Jade was incapacitated on the outside of the ring. Rhea Ripley with a huge win. Can we be looking at Rhea Ripley, two-time Raw Women's Champion? I don't know. We'll have to wait until Extreme Rules to find out. But congratulations to Rhea Ripley for winning that women's triple threat. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is our first of 3 Trios Tornado Tag Team matches. Gunther debuted on Monday Night Raw last week and won the United Kingdom Championship from Butch. The remaining 3 members of the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland, Sheamus, and Miro, look to get revenge on not just Gunther, but all of Imperium. It's Brawling Brutes versus Imperium next on Monday Night Raw in Trios Tornado action. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Monday Night Raw, and it is time for Trios action. On Monday Night Raw, the Brawling Brutes making their way to the ring, looking to get revenge on Imperium. You see there the former United States Champion Sheamus, and Ridge Holland and Miro following suit. Miro, the first ever European champion in Universe Mode history.
The following contest is a 6-man tornado tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 824 pounds, Ridge Holland, B.O., and the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, the Brawling Brutes.
The Brawling Brutes sticking up for the fallen Butch here tonight on Monday Night Raw as they take on the new UK champion Gunther and Imperium in Trios action. Of course, Miro, former tag team champions with Butch. As the Brawling Brutes look ready, as here come Imperium. I apologize. We are back on Monday Night Raw, and it is the debut of Imperium. You see there to your far left the new United Kingdom champion Gunther, who won the title against Butch in his Raw debut, and Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser.
737 pounds. Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci. Imperium!
Of course, Gunther, a former AEW World Champion as well, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, former AEW Trios Champions, and despite all of Imperium's accomplishments in Universe Mode, this is the first time in Universe Mode history that all three members of Imperium are in action together in the same matchup. This is the first match on Raw for both Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser as well. There's a lot of pressure for Imperium. Gunther, of course, celebrating being the new United Kingdom champion. Imperium standing as a united front now that they're a part of Monday Night Raw. So here we go, Trios, Tornado, Tag Team Action, Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, and it's starting right now. It's going to be a lot of action. Of course, first team to gain pinfall or submission walks out with the win, and you can see now Imperium really getting the good part of the opening stages. Gunther, the UK champion, going after Sheamus. Look at all the chaos. Gunther, though, with a powerbomb on the apron of Sheamus. And now Ludwig Kaiser, you saw he hit a powerbomb on Ridge Holland. Imperium going after the other members of the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Miro. Ludwig Kaiser with an armbar on Miro. Miro, of course, the first ever European champion in Universe Mode history, the title that turned into the UK Championship. Miro, taking out Kaiser. Giovanni Vinci, with a nice knee to the midsection of Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland hasn't had a match on Raw in a while. And now Kaiser laying out the Celtic Warrior. And look at Imperium. Ridge trying to stick up for his partner. And Miro following suit. Gunther. Gunther now with a crossface right to the Redeemer. Sheamus and Holland breaking that up, saving their partner. And a boot miss by Ludwig Kaiser. Now Sheamus powerbomb. And Holland sending Vinci over the top rope. Now it's the Brawling Brutes picking up momentum. Look at this chaotic action between two top stables on Monday Night Raw. Sheamus cover on Vinci. Gunther breaking that up, and now 2-on-1 situation for the UK champ as Holland laying out Gunther and Sheamus taking care of Vinci. Cover. Ridge could pin the UK champion. You gotta think if Ridge Holland was able to pin Gunther there, he would be due for a UK title opportunity surely. Now Sheamus running power slam on Vinci. Gunther hit a nice suplex on Miro there. What the hell is Gunther thinking? Kaiser with a suicida to Ridge. Sheamus chokeslam. What now? As we are back here on Monday Night Raw, we are in the middle of a trios tag team match between Imperium and the Brawling Brutes. Right now, Imperium with momentum, Giovanni Vinci and Gunther of Imperium taking out Sheamus of the Brawling Brutes 2-on-1. Meanwhile, on the outside, Miro and Ridge Holland 2-on-1 against Ludwig Kaiser. Of course, Imperium debuted from AEW last week on Monday Night Raw. Gunther won the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Gunther now with a powerbomb to Sheamus. Ridge Holland. Oh! Holland coming up for some backup. And now Holland was trying to go for his finisher, Vinci. Oh, Sheamus, neck breaker. And now here comes Giovanni Vinci. Rolls through on Ridge Holland. And now Vinci looking for the win. Piper's Pit. Sorry, that was the Murphy's Law. Cover. A referee slow count. Kick out. Imperium almost got the win. Now here comes the Redeemer Miro. Taking out Kaiser. And now trying to take out Vinci. Vinci got out of it. Sheamus. Oh, went for the bro kick. Now the Irish Curse. Into the bro kick. The Brawling Brutes celebrating. Oh, and Gunther tried to come out. And look at the Brawling Brutes standing in unison. Taking out every member of Imperium. Ridge taking out Kaiser. Gunther. Cover. Hooks the leg. Brawling Brutes with the win. And better yet, Ridge Holland.
The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus and Ridge Holland. The Brawling Brutes.
The Brawling Brutes beating Imperium on Monday Night Raw. Better yet, Ridge Holland pinned the United Kingdom champion, which means, if you ask me, I think Ridge Holland earned himself a UK title opportunity in the near future. What a huge win for the Brawling Brutes in trios action on Monday Night Raw, defeating Imperium. Well, that was a huge tornado tag team match that we just experienced on Monday Night Raw. But we have 4 more matches to get through, including the one-on-one debut of the Devil, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, as before the big Tornado Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules, MJF will go one-on-one with the Don Callis family's Konosuke Takeshita. What will happen when these two talents go one-on-one on Monday Night Raw? We find out next on episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. Of course, Adam Cole and Cody Rhodes will be in MJF's corner. Kyle O'Reilly and Shinsuke Nakamura will be in Konosuke's corner. Like, here we go. Here comes the Devil, the Bastard, MJF. We saw him debut on Monday Night Raw last week, reuniting Better Than You, baby.
Making his way to the ring from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 200
Of course, last week on Monday Night Raw, MJF and Adam Cole, the team known as Better Than You Baby, defeated the team of Kenny Omega and Shinsuke Nakamura in tag team action. It was also announced on Twitter that at Extreme Rules, MJF, Adam Cole, and Cody Rhodes will team up to take on Shinsuke Nakamura, Kenny Omega, and Kyle O'Reilly in a Tornado Trios Extreme Rules match. MJF making his first singles match as part of the Raw roster, and he is going to face Konosuke Takeshita of the Don Callis family.
Representing the family from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 231 pounds.
Of course, Konosuke Takeshita, ever since joining the Don Callis family, Takeshita has been laser focused on being the very best. Of course, Takeshita, multiple Raw main events under his belt. Takeshita becoming quite the superstar. Can you imagine what a win over former AEW World Champion MJF will do for Takeshita's Universe Mode singles career? It could bring it literally to the moon. As here we go, what a one-on-one match we are going to get, as MJF one-on-one with Konosuke Takeshita, and that match happening right now on Raw. Ooh, and look at Takeshita go. Ooh, suplex right to Maxwell. And that's the thing, the talent on Raw is vastly different from the talent on AEW, and MJF going to realize that very soon against someone with the likes of Konosuke Takeshita. Look at Adam Cole, a sign of concern, sign of disappointment. Break his fingers chant. Oh, springboard punch there by Konosuke. And MJF is not doing very good. The guillotine now by Takeshita. Of course, Don Callis not here tonight. And MJF quickly getting out of that guillotine. MJF really needs to get back in this matchup. And he hits a DDT. Like we said, MJF, former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. MJF came to Monday Night Raw to help his friend Adam Cole and also make a lot of money. That was what he told me. MJF now. Ooh, brutal strikes. And to a cover. Great move. Ooh, and almost got the quick win over Takeshita. MJF now. Oh, brutal suplex. And it's been a wild night so far, full of upsets. MJF now. Oh, Macho Man elbow. Cody Rhodes loved the sight of that. Of course, Cody Rhodes is MJF's mentor when MJF got a start in professional wrestling. So it's only poetic that MJF and Cody Rhodes still teaming up, still friends to this very day. Oh, wait a minute, Takeshita rolling up MJF for the win. Kick out. Oh, and a clothesline as well. Takeshita very agile, very athletic. MJF, though, went for the perfect plex. Takeshita able to counter into an elbow. Ooh, nice counter there by Maxwell. And now hits the clothesline. Very physical match between these two here on Monday Night Raw. And, oh, another stomp there by Maxwell. And now can Max put the exclamation point in this matchup? Oh! Nice takedown there. As MJF now in full control of this matchup here on Raw. Oh! Went for the figure four. Takeshita says no. And now Max right on the ropes. Irish whip. Oh, into the knee. For the win. Over MJF. Takeshita's beating MJF here on Monday Night Raw. What the hell? You look at this. Bam! Takeshita lights out Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Konosuke Takeshita with a huge upset here on Monday Night Raw, earning a singles victory over a former AEW World Champion in MJF. And that gave the Don Callis family a huge boost of momentum heading in to Extreme Rules. What a win for Mr. Konosuke Takeshita. Wow, I cannot believe that Konosuke Takeshita got a win over MJF one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. Coming up next, though, our second of 3 trios matches, as Seth Rollins, yes, you've seen that right, Seth Rollins enlisting the help of the Young Bucks to take on the recently reunited CMFTR. Rollins said, "You find 2 partners, I find 2 partners, and let's settle this score on Monday Night Raw." CM Punk said, "Fine, I got my buddies FTR." Rollins said, "Well, I got your worst enemies in the Young Bucks." So trios action, and it's going to be one hell of a physical and personal matchup. Rollins and the Bucks versus CMFTR. That match is next on Monday Night Raw. Well, here we go. As we are here, and it is time for trios action. As the Young Bucks making their way to the ring to accompany Seth Rollins in this trios matchup.
Tornado Tag Team match. And at a combined weight of 350 pounds.
Of course, Nick Jackson to your left, Matt Jackson to your right. Of course, very, very vocal history with the likes of Phil Brooks, CM Punk. That rivalry getting it into universe mode as they will team up with Seth Rollins to take on CMFTR. Of course, the Young Bucks and FTR, a lot of history as well. So, the Young Bucks got paid off by Rollins to be his partners tonight. As here comes the Visionary. Here comes the Visionary. Here comes Seth freaking Rollins, who has this unhealthy obsession with CM Punk ever since Punk returned to universe mode to target Seth Rollins.
And their partner from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins.
Of course, Seth freaking Rollins lost both times he and CM Punk went one-on-one. Rollins said, fine, if you and FTR beat me and the Bucks tonight on Raw, this rivalry is over. We will no longer go one-on-one. But now Rollins wants to own at least one victory over CM Punk. He's never done it yet. As now here comes the cult of personality. CM Punk making his way to the ring.
Weighing in at 258 pounds, CM Punk.
CM Punk and FTR have been very good friends, and CM Punk said, fine, if I'm going to have to find partners, I will need all the help I can get, and there are only two guys on the Monday Night Raw roster that I can trust, and they just signed to Monday Night Raw. Former AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR. CM Punk loving the fact that FTR are on Monday Night Raw. So here we go. As arguably the best tag team in the world make their debut on Monday Night Raw. Cash Wheeler to your left, Dax Harwood to your right. Of course, like we said, they are the final AEW World Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history. Definitely future Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw. But they make their Raw debut with teaming with CM Punk against Seth Rollins and the Young Bucks. What a huge debut this is for Dax and Cash. So here we go. All 6 men are in the ring. It is set for a trios action. Rollins and the Bucks versus Punk and FTR. And this match starts right now. Of course, the Young Bucks also involved in the whole rivalry between the Elite and the Undisputed Era. But the Young Bucks agreeing to team up with Seth Rollins one night only against CMFTR here tonight. Of course, we also got word that Rollins paid an undisclosed amount of money to the Bucks for them to team up with Rollins, so maybe there's not a lot of people on the Raw roster that like Seth Rollins either. At least FTR agreed to help Punk for free, as Punk now, muscle buster suplex to Nick Jackson. Not the first time Punk has punched a member of the Bucks. As it looks like CMFTR with the momentum in the early going. As now Wheeler taking out Mac Jackson. Cash Wheeler going after Seth freaking Rollins. Nick Jackson now as Dax Harwood. Ooh, Punk with the submission there on Rollins. Rollins has had a history of knee injuries. Punk now lays out Nick. Seth Rollins, scratching the back of Cash Wheeler. Not a very good sight. The kick there by CM Punk. And now a suplex to, I believe that was Nick Jackson. And now Punk once again with a leg lock on Seth Rollins. Rollins, no rope breaks. And Nick Jackson helping out. And now Punk went for the knee strike. Matt Jackson taking care of Dax Harwood. What chaos. Dax Harwood now went for a suplex. And now the Young Bucks building some momentum for their team. And now Dax DDT to Rollins. And now Matt Jackson with a headlock in on CM Punk. Dax Harwood though. Look at this. Dax Harwood with a suplex transitions into a takedown. And now Wheeler with Matt Jackson. No, stop dead in his tracks. Rollins was in the way. And both members of FTR with Russian leg sweeps. Headbutt to Rollins. And Rollins busted open. Clothesline by Matt Jackson. Cover by Cash Wheeler for CMFTR kick out. Oh, Matt Jackson on the top. CM Punk, no. Rollins preventing that from happening. And now it seems like it's Seth Rollins and the Young Bucks with the victory. With the momentum. Ooh, suplex by Rollins on Mr. Dax Harwood. Cash Wheeler and Matt Jackson battling on the outside. Rollins taking care of Dax Harwood. Nick Jackson taking care of CM Punk. Rollins DDT coming up next. It'll be Dominic Mysterio one-on-one against the Judgment Day's JD McDonough. Rollins curb stomp to Dax Harwood for the victory. Here on Raw, Seth Rollins and the Bucks have beaten CMFTR. Look at this. Bam! Nick Jackson was keeping Cash Wheeler occupied, and Matt Jackson was beating down CM Punk. What a huge win. That money wasn't for nothing. Seth Rollins finally earns a victory over CM Punk thanks to to Punk's other bitter enemies, the Young Bucks, as these three men standing tall on Monday Night Raw. Wow, what an episode of Raw. We only have 2 more matches to go on Monday Night Raw. As coming up next, Dominic Mysterio, the former member of the Judgment Day, will go one-on-one against the guy who was revealed as the newest member of the Judgment Day last week, former member of SmackDown, JD McDonough, as Dominic and JD, former member versus replacement, on Monday Night Raw. That match is next. Ricochet in Dominic Mysterio's corner, Finn Balor and Damian Priest of the Judgment Day in JD's corner. And what will happen when these two men square off? That match is next on Monday Night Raw, episode 21. So here we go. Our co-main event of the evening, as the former European champion Dominic Mysterio making his way to the ring.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Ricochet from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dominic Mysterio.
Of course, it was last week on Monday Night Raw where Dominic Mysterio and Ricochet got the victory against Finn Balor and JD McDonough in tag team action. Now Dominic wanting to get a win over JD one-on-one to possibly finally close out the Judgment Day chapter in Dominic's life. Of course, Dominic, a former champion, probably looking to win some more titles or maybe get that United Kingdom Championship back from Gunther. You never know. Maybe Dominic could take out Gunther. As Dominic making his way to the ring, awaiting the newest member of the Judgment Day. Oh no. The Judgment Day making their way to the ring. Is JD McDonough standing where Rhea is?
Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 180 pounds, JD McDonough.
JD McDonough entering the ring with the rest of the Judgment Day. JD McDonough, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. This trio could very well be the best version of the Judgment Day. JD McDonough, of course, got traded from Friday Night SmackDown to Monday Night Raw to be a part of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor promising that the addition of Mr. McDonough can add some legitimacy back to the Judgment Day. As JD McDonough looking to right the wrong of last week and go one-on-one with Dominic Mysterio on Monday Night Raw. So here we go, Dominic versus JD McDonough. JD still has that shirt on, but here we go. And JD McDonough trying to start off very good. Of course, JD McDonough, former hardcore champion. And JD Piper's Pit to Dominic Mysterio. Oh, and now the disrespect. Oh, and Dominic isn't going to take that very well. Bringing JD over to the corner. Oh, look at this. Dominic looking to showcase some athleticism into a DDT to the former hardcore champ. Ooh, and a drop kick to JD as well. Look at Damian Priest. Of course, we know Damian Priest didn't really approve of the addition of a new Judgment Day member. Finn Balor was adamant, though. Of course, JD McDonough, a protege of Finn Balor's. But Finn Balor and JD couldn't get the job done last week. JD can probably get the job done by himself. JD's doing good right now against Dirty Dom. And now, oh, double stomp. This is JD's second match on the Raw roster. And now Dominic, Irish whip, drop down, leapfrog. Oh, went for an arm drag maybe, but JD says no. Oh, and now a brutal takedown. JD McDonough now in the corner. Oh, Dominic taking JD out. Uh-oh. Oh, good vibrations right in front of the rest of the Judgment Day. Of course, we saw Rhea Ripley in action earlier tonight. Cover by Dominic on JD, almost with the win. And now JD tried to get out of the way. And now JD trying to see if he could get some more action. Gonna bring Dominic upside down. Oh, no. Oh, backstabber. That's very good strategy there by McDonough. Can it earn him the win, though? Oh, trouble in paradise. Stopping Dominic dead in his tracks. And now, the Devlin driver to Dominic Mysterio. Is this enough for the win on Raw? JD McDonough with the win. Redemption was made for Mr. JD McDonough, earning the win against Dominic Mysterio on Monday Night Raw.
Here is your winner, JD McDonough.
As the rest of the Judgment Day celebrates with their newest member, JD McDonough, after that win, and it seems like JD finally winning the heart of Damian Priest as the Judgment Day a full united front on Monday Night Raw in our co-main event. And that just means the Judgment Day are going to be even more dominant. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that means that there is only one more match happening on episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. It is a huge Trios Tornado Tag Team match as The Miz will team up with the Champions Club, Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli, to take on recently former member of the BCC, Bryan Danielson, Kevin Owens, the number one contender for the Undisputed Universal Championship, and Sami Zayn, another number one contender for the United States Championship. A lot of rivalry, a lot of animosity in this match. And this match happens next on episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. You gotta think, how will Bryan Danielson fare in this match? Especially since he has so much history with Owens and Zayn. Well, here we go. It is our main event of episode 21 of Monday Night Raw, and I know one man who is probably happy to be in the main event, the A-lister, The Miz, making his way to the ring. The Miz with a movie star-like entrance to the ring.
The following contest is a six-man tornado tag team match. Introducing first, from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds,
The Miz, of course, was originally supposed to face our United States champion Claudio Castagnoli one-on-one in a tables match at Extreme Rules, but last week on Monday Night Raw, the first ever United States champion Sami Zayn beat The Miz in order for the match to be a triple threat. The Miz, pissed off about it, has agreed to team up with the Champions Club in this Tornado Tag Team match. And speaking of the United States champion, this is the man coming out next, Claudio Castagnoli.
and from Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds, the WWE United States champion, Clown E.O.
And I don't think Claudio Castagnoli is a big fan of the idea that he has another opponent in his U.S. title defense either. As Claudio Castagnoli, of course, last week teamed up with Jon Moxley against fellow BCC members Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta. Since Danielson and Yuta lost that tag team match, Danielson and Yuta are now out of the Blackpool Combat Club. Claudio must be very conflicted. He is very close with Bryan Danielson, one of his opponents here tonight on Monday Night Raw. As here comes the longest reigning undisputed Universal Champion in Universe Mode history.
From Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 236 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Jon Moxley.
Of course, Jon Moxley at Extreme Rules will defend the undisputed Universal Championship against Kevin Owens in an Extreme Rules match. Jon Moxley, of course, a little bit preoccupied with the whole rivalry with Danielson and Yuta, kicking them out of the Blackpool Combat Club, because Moxley says he does not tolerate failure. If you are not a champion, you are unwelcome. Moxley a little bit drunk with power ever since holding that Universal Championship. As here comes the now former member of the Blackpool Combat Club, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Weighing in at 171 pounds, Bryan Danielson.
Of course, Bryan Danielson said, "Now that I am out of the Blackpool Combat Club, I have nothing left to lose. I'm coming after you, and I'm coming after whatever championship I am able to win. Bryan Danielson saying that he has abandoned so much of his Universe Mode career, dedicated so much of it to the Blackpool Combat Club that he could be having wrestling classics right now. But he said the new era of Danielson starts this week as he's looking to help Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get the win over the BCC. Look at Danielson, so focused, but also so emotional, because he was close with Castagnoli and Mox just threw it all away. As here comes the best friends, of course, who have a little bit of a score to settle with Bryan Danielson, but you know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
And at a combined weight of 478 pounds, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Of course, by the end of Extreme Rules, these two men can both be champions together. Owens is Universal Champion, Sami Zayn as United States Champion, a two-time United States Champion. But here tonight, they look to gain momentum against The Miz and the BCC. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they're two men that never come to talk, they come to fight. Our main event, trios match, begins right now. And like we said, how will Bryan Danielson fare with Owens and Zayn as teammates rather than opponents? As Bryan Danielson going after the Universal Champion early, he said to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, that's the guy I want to go after first. Zayn with a cover on Castagnoli and a kick out. Owens going after Miz, and of course Bryan Danielson going after Mox. As Jon Moxley now looking to give Bryan Danielson the same beating he got last week. Miz throwing Zayn throwing Miz over the top rope. Are we going to get a flying honorarius? Sami Zayn. Oh, suicide dive. Oh, but Claudio sticking up for Moxley. Claudio becoming a bit of Jon Moxley's muscle. Despite being United States Champion, we already got This Is Awesome chance thanks to Sami Zayn's dive on The Miz. And now Mox taking out his Extreme Rules challenger. And now Bryan trying to enter the fray. All 6 men battling on the outside. It is anarchy in the arena. Owens driving Moxley into the barricade. Oh, Danielson, armbar to Castagnoli on the outside. And Zayn suplex to The Miz. Owens now bringing Mox back inside the ring. And a clothesline to Castagnoli. What action here on Raw. Miz back inside the ring. So is Danielson. And Danielson punch right to the face of The Miz. Of course, a lot of history between Danielson and The Miz as well. Mox now with Bryan up on his shoulders. Oh, face first onto the turnbuckle. And now we're seeing Miz and Mox work together 2-on-1 against Bryan Danielson. Here's the cover by Moxley for the win. Kick out. And now here comes Owens and Zayn looking to back up Bryan. Of course, Bryan Danielson and Kevin Owens, great friends during their time in the Indies. And now Bryan cover on Miz, kick out. And now Kevin Owens could be looking to fly, taking out the champion. And Bryan with the phenomenal blitz. Owens now, neckbreaker on Mox. So much action happening all over the arena. Miz and Danielson battling inside the ring. That's where the pinfalls or submissions matter. Danielson now Irish whip. Oh, into the dropkick, missed. Oh, but now hits the strike. Mox and Owens giving us a little bit of an Extreme Rules preview. Covered by Danielson for the win. Kick out by Miz. And now Bryan. Oh. I think Owens was going for a DDT. Moxley says no. And now, wait a minute, Danielson. The lapel lock. Lapel lock on the Miz. And Claudio getting out of it. Wait a minute. Owens with a small package. Referee doesn't realize it until right now. Mox kicked out. That would have been a 3 if the referee would have noticed. And now Danielson wiping out Moxley as the babyface team working together. And now, what an uppercut by Castagnoli. Look at all this action, all this carnage. Danielson now bringing Moxley. Oh, the insecurity. But now Miz right with Kevin Owens. Claudio now has Kevin Owens into the sharpshooter. Danielson need a Mox. And Zayn helping out his buddy. What a trios match. Oh, and stunner to the United States champion. Moxley, pile driver, covered by Miz. Kick out by Zayn. There is a lot of action. Moxley, paradigm shift to Bryan Danielson. Miz now with the it kicks. Kick out by Bryan. Moxley almost got the BCC and the Miz the victory. And now it's Owens. Wait a minute, Miz cover on Zayn for the win. Kick out. And Owens focusing on the champion. Miz though, neckbreaker. Danielson now has Claudio Castagnoli. These two former friends now forced to fight. 6 of Monday Night Raw's best talents squaring off. Think about all the wars that Danielson has gone through for the Blackpool Combat Club. And now it means nothing. Castagnoli taking out Bryan. And Owens quickly breaking it up for his team. Moxley beating the hell out of Zayn in the corner. Miz now has Kevin Owens. Oh! Moxley was going to hit a clothesline. Didn't end up working. Moxley now has Bryan Danielson into the pile driver. Danielson knows what it's like now. Cover for the victory. Oh, Danielson. Hand on the bottom rope. Zayn now. Oh, went for the haluva kick. Now realize Mox is the man on his feet. Sami Zayn as the undisputed champion. Haluva kick. Miz with a reality check on Bryan Danielson. Zayn went for the cover. Miz broke it up. Miz sticking up for Moxley. And now wait a minute. Claudio went for the suicide dive. Didn't work, but Miz hits it. Moxley all alone inside the ring, watching the carnage happen on the outside. And now Mox deciding to join in, and everyone getting a piece of everybody. Which team will get the win en route to Extreme Rules? Zayn and Owens brought back inside the ring. Miz. Oh! That's why you don't walk into a 2-on-1 situation. But Claudio has Zayn in the neutralizer. Neutralizer connects. Cover for Castagnoli. Oh, the Blackpool Combat Club and the Miz with the win on Monday Night Raw thanks to the United States Champion. You see there, Kevin Owens had Moxley in a small package cover. It didn't end up working. There were a lot of amazing moments, and then bam! Claudio Castagnoli hitting the neutralizer on one of his opponents, Sami Zayn. And can that be an Extreme Rules preview? The Miz and the BCC celebrate. Of course, the Miz and Claudio Castagnoli are teammates tonight. At Extreme Rules, they are opponents. But the BCC stands tall yet again with the help of The Miz. As can Jon Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli remain known as the Champions Club? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude episode 21 of Monday Night Raw. And thank you so much for watching. This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good, people, and peace.